Hey guys, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. We have a useful treat box series on the blog. I have several treat boxes. There's a category, you can go and check them out, that are useful boxes for common treats. And we've done them a few times on the blog for different seasons and occasions. And this is our Kit Kat treat box. We're doing it today with a sneak peek from the new holiday catalog. This is the More Than Autumn bundle. This is available right now in a Stampin' Up! Starter kit or for demonstrators and pre-order. So if you have thought about joining Stampin' Up!, the new holiday catalog is in pre-order for demonstrators. What that means for you is if you've thought about becoming a demonstrator, it is an amazing time to give it a try. You can pre-order your starter kit from the new mini catalog. This is not available to customers until September. This starts September 4th. If you want to get your hands on the products here from this catalog, get a starter kit. It's the best deal going. It's $99, free shipping, and you choose $125 from the new mini catalog. Then any additional orders that you place while you're a demonstrator qualify for a 20 or 25% discount. You can stamp or stack on the host rewards and the promotions like the 15% designer series paper sale that's going on right now. Being a demonstrator is just more fun. So I'm not just showing you what you can't have. Demonstrators can order More Than Autumn right now. Bundle it up with the More Than Autumn dies and save 10%. If you're not a demonstrator, get a starter kit. It is the best deal going. All right, so that's your sneak peek. We're pairing up More Than Autumn with some beautiful designer series paper and ribbon from the online exclusives. Now these can go at any time. This is the Little Latte designer series paper that we're using. And we're using the, I love the center stripe pecan pie and vanilla ribbon. These are both online exclusive items that are not in any of our publications. So check out the online exclusives. All right, so Kit Kat, very common item that you can find at any checkout counter. Of course, there's the Gimme a Break original, but I don't know if you've seen the birthday cake limited edition and chocolate frosted donut limited edition. So these are fun treats, easy to find, and an awesome box for them. It's a little tuck tab, opens up, it reminds me kind of like a crayon box. And of course we've got the chocolate donut theme, chocolate frosted donut thing going on here with our More Than Autumn. I think that these were sent to me by Christina Heiser. So thank you for the treats, Christina. Let's make a box for the chocolate frosted donut. All right, we're gonna start with a piece of early espresso cardstock. This cardstock is 7 by 6 3/4. This is the template. The template is included in the free printable project sheet. Check out kitchentablestamper.com. Project details are in the description below. And so no need to scribble this all down or take notes. We are going to just provide you with the most beautiful free printable resource for this. So we've got 7 inches by 6 3/4 inches, and we're going to pop that into our Simply Scored tool on the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 1 inch, 3 3/4, and 4 1/4. We'll rotate once to the right and score at 1/2, 4 1/2, and 5. Now we're going to work those scores with the bone folder, trim it up so it looks like this, and then we'll add some designer series paper. Okay, so we're gonna start with the 1/2 inch on the left, and we're gonna cut out these 2 rectangles and then this bottom. Make a glue tab. So I like to do a little angle on both cuts, more severe angle on my glue tab, And then we're going to cut away, not from the first score line here, but we're going to go to the second score line. Then we're going to go all the way down to the second score line. We're going to snip out these two long rectangles and then snip off this little square and angle this tab. It'll tuck in nice when we're closing the box. Then we're going to cut across at the second score line, stopping at the next intersecting score line. Just take a nice straight cut here and cut off the scored paper. Then we're going to cut down on the next score line to the second score line and remove these two big rectangles. Across at the first score line, make a little angle for your tab so that it tucks nicely, and then cut down 2 score lines to remove that. All right, so this is the top of our box. Now at the bottom, we're just going to cut a little angle on the square, straight on the rectangle. Straight on the rectangle, and angle on the square, angle on the square, straight on the rectangle, and that is the bottom of our box. Now I'm going to grab a corner rounder and a circle punch. I have a 2-inch circle punch and my handy dandy We-R. I'm going to round the corners of my tuck flap. It just makes a little bit of a neat and interesting look for that flap. Going to punch a 2-inch circle here so that we have kind of a thumb notch to make the treat easier to pull out. So I just tuck my little tabs and center this. This one I'm not marking center, I'm just using the little lines here, the score lines, making sure they line up on the same place in the punch. Don't lose that yet because we're going to put some designer series paper on. And so we're going to round the corners on our smaller piece of designer series paper. This is 2 5/8 by 1 5/8. This is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. Let's go ahead and adhere those to the box with some liquid glue. I'm avoiding that very top edge there because we are going to trim this to fit that thumb notch. And now we're going to do the tab. All right, we are done with our template. Let's put this aside, and then I'm just going to flip this and remove the excess designer series paper. Just line up that punch and take that out. All right, so there's our box. Let's put it together with some tear and tape. I've got a nice long strip kind of close to the fold over here. And then we will fold up our box. I like to fold on the second score line. Now the adhesive is up and then back on the first score line from the other side. And then line this up. And then burnish down. Then we're going to tuck in the tabs, fold from the back to the front, and then we'll add some more tear and tape adhesive on the bottom flap here. You can do this with liquid glue too. You just have to hold it till it sticks. I love the tear and tape because you get that instant grab. Okay, remove the liner here. And then fold this guy up. Make sure you square it up good. And then I like to use my bone folder to just burnish that seal. And how cute is that box, right? Let's grab some dimensional adhesive. I love the edges for this. You want to be careful that you don't go wider than your tuck tab here. So I cut my tab to tuck my flap using the new Greetings of the Season dies. I cut that one from Early Espresso, and I'm gonna pop a little bit of adhesive here, and then I'm gonna take a nice wide strip, but not wider than my die is gonna cover. I'm going to add my candy to my box, and then close the flap, hold it nice and tight, and put my adhesive right against the flap without going over. You don't want to glue the box closed. You just want to kind of put a stopper there. All right, then we can remove the adhesive on both of these bits and center this to close the box. I also like to do that because now I can thread this with ribbon. This one's going to be the easy one, but grab a floss threader because we're going to tie the little tag on with some linen thread pretty soon. But if you need one of these, they're floss threaders make it really easy to get ribbon threaded through any tag or whatever you've got going on. I'll show you how to use it in just a minute when we add the little tag. Just gonna tie a nice bow here. Pretty bow. Nice bow. Are there mean bows? I don't know. This is a pretty bow. I love this ribbon. If you haven't seen this one, you should definitely pick it up. It adds a really cool texture. It's not your dollar bin ribbon. It really is a little bit something special. It's got a lovely texture. It's kind of got a wide weave that gives just a beautiful finish. I don't know. It has kind of a macrame, like a woven feel to it. Maybe like an upholstery. I don't know how to explain it. It's very soft. It ties beautifully. The little pecan pie stripe down the middle is adorable. I love a ribbon with a pattern on it. It's a good ribbon. All right, so there's our box. It's closed. And because we did not put that adhesive over the flap, it opens easily, closes easily, and stays closed without any adhesives or bow that you have to tie and untie to get to the tree, right? All right, now, probably for the moment some of you have been waiting for, let's get our Stampin' Pierce mat, some basic white cardstock and memento ink, and let's do some stamping with the More Than Autumn set. Is this not just the cutest thing? All right, spoiler alert, Card Club members, we will be featuring the More Than Autumn stamp set in our September Card Club, God willing, and Stampin' Up cooperating. Sometimes, you know, it's not just up to me, but we're working toward the goal of featuring the More Than Autumn for our September Card Club. If you're not familiar with our Card Club for cool people, check it out. There's details in the description below. It's our monthly card club. And every month you can get an amazing card class delivered right to your door. The card class features an exclusive sketch that we don't share anywhere else. So you get an exclusive shortcut card sketch every month. And it just really is. It's a fun card club with the collectible resource. It'll be the card club that keeps on giving as you make those sketch cards again and again. All right, so I've got my donut, my cup, a straw. I already did ahead 2 little hearts. We're gonna color them exactly the same as the one on the cup, but because there's 1 heart die, I don't wanna run through 2 times on the machine. So you'll stamp and color 2 extra hearts also. All right, let's just slide this aside for a minute. It can dry for a second while we get our hello tag done. And I am going to just trim this down a little so that it goes through the die cut machine nice and small and doesn't scar all the rest of that beautiful cardstock. All right, I cut ahead from the mini pocket envelope die from Petal Pink cardstock. Got this little tag. And we're gonna add a hello greeting on there also from More Than Autumn. Oh, you know what? I wanna do this in Early Espresso. I liked the Early Espresso finish just a little bit better. It's subtle, the difference, but I liked it better stamped in Early Espresso on the Petal Pink. So let me just switch my ink pad here and we'll get this stamped on there. All right. Early Espresso, hello. I love the little greeting. So cute. I love the font in this set too. The print and the script are both just adorable. All right, let's do some coloring. All right, for my Stampin' Blends, I have Light and Dark Calypso Coral, Stampin' Up 100, Stampin' Up 300, Stampin' Up 500, and Light and Dark Pecan Pie. All right, for my coffee, I'm gonna do pecan pie, and I'm gonna fill the whole thing with light all the way up to the rim because that's how I like it. And then just because it's such a big open space, I'm gonna take the dark pecan pie and just kind of flick from the edges here to give some dimension to the cup and some interest in that just plain flat brown. Kind of makes your cup look a little bit round to put the shadow on each end. And then where it comes together, I'll just flick the light one. And there is our coffee with pecan pie. Oh, I forgot to stamp my little heart on the label. Let me get my memento back in here. I'm just gonna stamp a little heart on the label. There. Now my donut is 300 and 100 for the frosting. And I'm gonna take 100 and I'm going to outline wide around the outside edge. So I'm doing circles so I get a nice wide outline all the way around the outside edge of my frosting. And now to keep that edge wet, I'm going to do 100 and fill the rest of the frosting, making sure I keep the edge of those 2 colors wet ink so that it blends. Go into the inside edge with the 300, and then I'm going to go back to the inside edge and do kind of a narrow outline of 100. Then where 100 and 300 come together there, I'll just scribble little circles to bring them together. And then I'm going to scribble the 300 over the 100 one more time around the outside, just to soften where the 2 colors meet and have them blend a little bit more. And that is my chocolate frosting. And my donut is going to be 500. And I'm just going to color in 500. I am not doing any sort of shading here. There's my donut. My label is going to be light Calypso Coral. I'll just fill the whole thing. Now for the hearts, all of the hearts, I did the same way. I did dark Calypso Coral on half or a little bit more, and then light Calypso Coral to bring it all together and blend. My straw is every other stripe, dark Calypso Coral at the bottom of the stripe, and then light Calypso Coral to fill. And that's it. I wanted my whipped cream to be nice and light and white, so I did not color it at all. You could add a little shadows in there so that it looks colored if you want. I'm going to leave it just pure white. All right, let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and our More Than Autumn dies and get the rest of these images cut out. All right, there's our bits. Let's get them cut. Is that not just adorable? I love it. All right, moving aside our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and let me bring in 2 more pieces that I prepared ahead. I have a deckled edge circle here. It's the 4th from the smallest, and it's about 2 inches. It's just a little bit bigger than 2 inches. Then I punched with that same 2-inch circle punch that we used for the thumb notch. I punched some more of this designer series paper, and it's going to show the pecan pie just a little bit around the edges for some nice finish. Let's go ahead and glue these 2 layers together. It's just a hair bigger than 2 inches all around, so center that up nicely. Let's bring our sample back in here in our box. All right, I love this fine tip glue pen or applicator. Got them linked in the description as well as the floss threaders for you. I can't craft without this anymore. I'm going to do the tiniest little line of glue at the top of the cup. Add the whipped cream on top. Gonna add the tiniest little, oh, my tape. There we go. I die cut the tape from the neighboring die. Had a little blue edge there. Gonna do the tiniest little dot of glue on the base of the straw. You see it cuts a little glue tab, which is really nice. And we're gonna pop that on to our cup. Now we need dimensionals for our circle. I'm gonna load up the dimensionals. The tag is on dimensional, and now the circle is gonna be on dimensional, and I'm gonna add the cup on with dimensionals. So we really got them stacking up here, but we can't because it's a treat box, and that's one of my favorite things about treat boxes. You can really stack up the dimensionals. I'm gonna go a little bit low and add my tag, and then let's get some dimensionals on the back of this cup. I like to put them kind of like where the whipped cream and the cup meet because it'll reinforce that. Down low, but not too low because it's going to go over the edge, and we're going to add that first, and then we'll know better where we want to put the dimensionals on the donut. Because we don't want to double up and make our donut go lopsided. So we're going to put them all to one side here because it's going to overlap our cup a little bit. Now our hello tag, we're going to do a little bit of linen thread. We'll pop it through the floss threader. Then we'll use the floss threader, that little lead on the floss threader, to go through the hole on the tag. Now the tag is threaded. We're going to use the same floss threader to go through the hole on the tag here. See, pull that through. Now it's threaded through both tags, you see? And we can loop swoop, tuck and pull, and make another little bow tying on this hello tag. I really love the texture here between the pattern and the texture of the ribbon and the kind of curly, wily, natural texture of the linen thread. The little pop of petal pink on that greeting, just really cute. Let's trim off the tail. And I am a control freak. My hello greeting cannot go like that. So I'm going to add a dimensional to the box, remove the liner, and put the tag where I really want it to sit. Cute, cute, cutie. Let's get the last little details here, our little paper embellishments. I'm going to put a little bit of dimensional behind one of these hearts so we can really play on that rise and fall of all the dimensionals. We're going to pop one up over here, and then I'm going to grab a glue dot, mini glue dot, and then we're going to put one on flat. So we're playing with those levels, a little high, a little low. The three hearts make that nice visual triangle that you're looking for in good design. And there it is, our series of useful treat boxes for common treats. Here's our chocolate donut Kit Kat box. All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about the project, you can email us, staycrafty@kitchentablestamper.com. Be sure to check out the description below for the project sheet details. Go over to the blog and get the free printable project sheet, and information about Card Club for Cool People is there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, set your notifications. And if you need anything Stampin' Up, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.